Hi, this is Ava. I have problems going live today because there's some connection issues, so I'm pre-recording this. Today, actually, I want to talk about this thing called disappearing into humanity and leaving a legacy behind. This is a concept that most people don't understand, and however, I feel it's crucial that I contribute my knowledge to humanity before my time is an end so that others could understand this concept in a simplistic way. Although it's a philosophical concept, I believe that because we don't have the consciousness or current comprehension of this concept, that's why most people don't know exactly what to do in their lives and don't take up responsibility or leadership positions because they fear this thing called disappearing. And it's actually a relatively easy thing to understand. In this movie that my friend once shared with me, there's this elf who was a princess, and she basically wanted to be with the love of her life. However, she was summoned to the tree, and she has to merge with the tree and give her life to the tree to be one entity with the tree so that the tree will protect her colony. However, of course, instead of giving her life up to the tree and responding to the fact that she is the one, she wanted to be with the love of her life. But in the end, her colony was almost destroyed because the current tree almost died, and they have forgotten thousands of years ago a female elf actually gave her life to the tree and merged with the tree and gave life to the tree with supernatural powers and protected their colony, and that's why they have this life now. And upon seeing her colony almost being destroyed, she finally gave up the love of her life and went into the tree and merged with the tree and gave the tree life again, and the tree protected the colony. So this is kind of like an act of disappearing. It's about giving oneself to the greater good, to humanity, so that the others can live on in your greatness. And it is kind of a personal sacrifice, but instead of a personal sacrifice, it's more like a metaphor for actually a service. So instead of thinking of the word sacrifice, you can say it's a kind of service to humanity. So it's a very simple act of letting go of yourself, which is the ego self. So I'm going to try to draw it out if possible. So we consist of an ego self, and our ego kind of tries to protect us from stuff, right? And this is kind of our identity that we hold on to, like what we like, what we don't like, and this is the kind of identity that has all our fears, and this kind of limits us, limitations, fears, and voices in our heads is all part of the identity of our ego. However, when you realize that when you give up your identity and ego for a higher calling or greater good, you disappear it. And how disappearance happens is when you look at this pen. Okay, so when you look at this pen, you can see the pen when it's stationary. However, when I start moving it, you no longer see the pen. What do you see? There's nothing. The pen does not exist in motion. The pen disappears into thin air when it's in motion. And this is the act of disappearing, and this is what people don't get. They think that they are a pen and they have to hold on to the fact they are pen for the rest of their life. However, when one chooses to disappear themselves, everything of themselves become nothingness. The pen disappears and it becomes nothingness into the thin air. And when that happens, through disappearance of things that we have created, we create a clearing, a new reality that can come forth out of the disappearance of our ego. Our ego is the one that stops us from achieving great things in life, and only through disappearing ourselves, our ego, through the movement of our removal of our ego, that true contribution to humanity can arise. And you know how much the impact of your contribution will make to humanity. You won't know, because when she gave up her life to merge with the tree, she did not know what will happen next, because she's already died, right? She has given her life up. And our contribution will only be felt thousands of years later, or hundreds, or it may never be felt, or it may die in vain. But it's worth trying a shot in the dark than not trying at all. And this is the concept of leaving a legacy behind and disappearance of oneself, is by just giving up whatever you think that was the former truth and what you hold dear to you for something that is even greater than you are. And it takes a very big kind of person to do that, and it takes a lot of letting go. She had to let go of everything she believed in, the love of her life, and when she finally saw that her colony was almost destroyed, that she finally entered the tree. And sometimes it does take some drastic stuff in our life to choose to give up our identity and ego to pursue the greater good, and putting our lives at risk, because in disappearance there's always a risk, and most people won't want to take the risk. But the greatest risk in life also comes with the greatest rewards. And I have found out and discovered for myself that I am putting myself under tremendous risk every day by pursuing my passions in life. And for the first time in my life, I no longer fear death, because I would rather die in the middle of pursuing my dreams than not to even pursue my dreams and passions at all. And in the past, I would fear death. When I almost got hit by a car in the past, I would be sweating all over, my heart would race, and I would just be so shocked, and I'll be trembling after the incident. But now, I am at peace. I almost got hit by a car just a week ago, and I was in the middle of the road, and I just looked at death in the eye, and I was at peace with myself. I felt a sense of tranquility, and if this is it, at least I'm in the middle of my dream, and I don't fear death no more. If this is my time, it's up. And I have entered into the new realm, and I have disappeared myself in the middle of my dream. I have done everything I wanted at this point, and if this is it, I accept it. I've done my best, and I live my life with no regrets. And maybe this is why I'm doing Thursday Live, because it's kind of my outlet of expression of my contribution to knowledge before my time is an end. But I hope you got something out of this, and it's so beautiful when you finally give yourself up to disappearance to leave a legacy behind, because we only live one life. And if we don't do this right now, when? If you don't live the life you love right now, is there even a tomorrow when maybe there's just now? There's no certain future. Only thing right now we have is the now, the present moment now. And just living life in the now has been the most profound experience ever to me, and I finally am able to experience love. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back on Facebook next Thursday live. Hopefully I will go live instead of pre-recording, so can chat together. And I miss you all. Bye.